Okay, so welcome to this video about functions, methods, functions, and procedures. Here we're going to take you through how you define a function or a procedure, how you then return from that a function, and how you pass in parameters into that function. So just sorting that window out. This is the accompanying article, which I'll link below the video. And this is the replit that I've just created to demonstrate this to you. So when all the stuff we've done before, like with if statements and variables and while loops, that's all been done in this one function, the main function. But a function is something that you could use to break up your code into logical bits. So if you've got something that you want to do several times and you don't want to have to keep rewriting that code, then you use a function. So they're used throughout coding. They're very good practice to get the hang of, and it's a fundamental thing in programming, in object-oriented programming and programming in general. Like only in very, very old languages, like for example, BASIC, which is probably one of the first ones I learned. Like you just write everything in one line, and it was a total mess, and you had no idea, and you had to jump around and use go-to statements. Right. So how do we define a function? Well, in console apps, you'd say public static, and then you say what you want to return from the function. We're not going to currently return anything, so we say void. So this is actually going to be a procedure because it's just going to do something. It's going to say hello world, and then we're going to call it. So we're going to call that function hello world. That's the name of the function, and then we have brackets, and in the brackets we would have parameters, but we don't have anything. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take that console.writeLine from the main, and I'm going to paste it in here. So again, we've got public static, which is to do with something we need in this console app type of app. Public means it's publicly available and you can use it. Static means that it's being used in this static console app, so don't worry too much about that. Just take those for granted for now. And then, but these is the important part you have to remember. You have to say void, like whether we're going to return something or not, the name of the function, and then empty brackets or brackets with parameters in. So how are we going to call this function? We are going to call it by writing the name of it in the main function. And now if I run this, if you give it a second, all it will do is the computer will start. It will go straight to the public static void main function, and it will call hello world. Then it will jump to here, and it will do this line, and then it will return back to here and continue. But there's nothing else to continue with. So this is what we call a procedure. It is a type of function that doesn't return anything. Okay. If we want to return something from a function, say we want to return a message, we need to change this void thing to be a type. So we're going to public static string, because we want it to return a string, return create message. This isn't a particularly useful function, but it's going to return something. It's going to return a message, hello YouTube. Right, and now in our main function here, we're going to call create message. And what it's going to do now is it's going to go to this function first, print that out. Then it's going to go to here, and then all this function is going to do is return a string. So it's not very useful. Nothing will happen unless we print the result of that on the screen. So if I do a console.writeLine, and I put that around the function called like that. Now, once this function is called, it will return this back to here, and then that will get printed out to the screen. An alternative way you could do this, if it's a bit more explicit, is you could create a string, you could call that message, and then you could assign that the value of what this function returns, and then you could print message like that. But then you have to write 2 lines of code, and you might as well just put that in here and write 1. But this is essentially what's happening when you call a function. It goes and does something, gets a value, returns it, and then unless you do something with that, nothing will happen. Well, here we're storing it in a variable, and then we're printing that. So now if I run that piece of code, you'll see hello world and then hello YouTube. There you go. So this is a function that returns a string. So the final type of functions are ones that have parameters. So often we want to pass something into a function. So let's pass a message into this function. So public static, it's not going to return anything this time, but it's going to be called print message, and it's going to take in a string, and it's going to take in this string called message, and then you guessed it, it's going to do a console.writeLine, and then it's going to print this parameter onto the console like this. So a parameter is a value, and when we call this function, which we will do from here, so I'm going to call print message, and I'm going to pass in the message, hello everyone. It's going to pass this value, this string in as a parameter into here. So it's going to pass that value into this parameter, and then this parameter can be used a bit like a variable, but all we care about is the value of it, and we're just going to print that to the console. So if I run that again, you will see it will now print hello everyone. So this is a function that can take a parameter string. Now, we don't always have to return strings or pass parameters strings. They can be any type of variable. They can be integers, they can be doubles, they can be floats, they can be custom types that you've created or you have in a specific language. A function is literally able to take in any type of value and pass anything back. So let's create something that will lead on quite nicely to the exercises on the worksheet, which is on our iCode with Ben Medium channel. This is going to be called add. So public static is going to return an integer, and it's going to be called add because we're going to add 2 numbers together. Now this is going to take 2 integers, so integer num1 and integer num2. And what we're going to do here is we're going to return the result of these added together. So we're going to return num1 plus num2 like this. And then to be explicit about what I'm doing, I'm going to create a variables of type integer called result, and I'm going to call add. Now I'm going to pass in 3 and 2. So it should go and call this function, add them together, store the result in there, and then I'm going to do use my print message. Actually, I can reuse my function. You see, this is why functions are great. Instead of having to write console.writeLine every time, I can reuse that, and I'm going to pass in result. However, result is not a string; it's an integer. So I need to convert this to a string. The one way I can do that in C# is literally by adding an integer to a string like this, and that will turn this integer into a string. That's called casting. So we can cast easily into a string by just adding a string onto it. So if I run this now I'm basically calling up my function add, adding that together, and then using my other function that I've just written, so I don't have to keep writing that out, and printing the result of it to the screen, which is 5. Okay, so that was a pretty fast introduction. Maybe you want to go back over that and write down those examples. But once you've done that, come and have a look at this, which is in the link below. Exercise 1, create simple functions in a new replit. This function takes no parameters and returns nothing and does nothing, okay? So that's just an example of a function, like we've just discussed that. Then I'm going to get you to recreate 2 functions that we've already just written. Create a function called hello world that returns nothing and has no parameters, but prints hello world to the screen. Now modify it to take one string parameter called message and it prints a message to the console. So we've kind of already done that, but maybe you can have a go at copying that yourself so you get the hang of how to define a function. But what I really want you to do is, because if you copied this example, you would have done it, is to continue making this calculator. So we created this add function. Can you now write 3 more functions, subtract, divide, and multiply, and squared, and then call those functions from your main function, print the values to the screen, and then make this, so you could even then turn this into a real calculator. So you're going to need to remember your if statements and things, and you're going to need to ask an input, how to get the input. Say to the person, do you want to add, multiply, and divide? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Depending on what they say, you call up a different function.